Hello folks and welcome to Erannorth Renaissance. Today we will be talking about exploring the world and talking to NPCs and how you can navigate around towns and so on and so forth. So I have already started a bit. We are at the point of the campsite with the encounter after the flashback. And you can catch up with what I'm talking by checking out my previous video if you haven't already. So let's go and play the battle so we can go to the outside world. Okay, I will pick magical weapons and fight the undead. Okay, we started with him attacking us. Let's so you will notice that now you can see the cost of the actions we have. That's 2 action points, 4 and so on, as well as the abilities that the enemies and your allies have. Currently is our turn. Okay, so let's try to get rid of this guy by using the ethereal bolt. Or I will use it here and also move a bit away. I will let them come to me. This is the late turn. By the way, we didn't check it out the other time. Let's stun this guy. So this guy used his tactical retreat ability because his hit points went low, and the tactical retreat induces fear, compelling the target to flee for 2 rounds during their turn, and also they restore 2 hit points at the end of their turn for 2 rounds. So they flee and restore hit points. That's what the tactical retreat does, and also has a cooldown of 4 turns. Let's finish this guy off. So now he's returning to combat because he got some health back. Let's move here. Okay, so now we are in the post-combat exploration and we can go and loot whatever these buddies have. We also found a novice gun. We already have it, we can sell it, some gold, and we can leave combat. Now at this point, if you remember, we lost in the previous video, we lost the wolf because we chose this option. I'm afraid I can't take you with me to Lanford. But let's see if we choose another option. What is going to happen? For example, that was a close call. Your bravery saved us back there. I won't put the text to speech, is quite awful, and it's an accessibility feature, so you can. I will be pausing briefly so you can read what's going on. And turns out that the wolf is a shapeshifter, and the transformation to wolf was quite unwilling. Okay, so let's drape our cloak over here and wait for her to awaken. She might answer some questions we may have. So she didn't know how this happened, she doesn't remember. She was gathering herbs when she changed for the first time, and she lived in a wooden cabin. So we can offer to escort her to her cabin if we like, and this will give us a side quest that we previously missed in our first video. Okay, you will also notice that we have some sort of fog of war right now, and we don't know what's where, but we know that here is Lanford and here is Jeline's cabin, and this has been recorded also to our locations. The main gate is at 2952 and the cabin at 2654. And when I click to move, the fog of war should start to break. So let's go at Lynn's cabin and see what's going on there. For now she's not on our party, so we can't see her load or change her equipment in any way. We have this dagger equipped, which we can't use its bleed out ability because we don't have intrigue 2, and we have our wand, which gives us this ethereal bolt and the tactical retreat ability and the ethereal hands, the ring we found, and this is how our character looks at the moment. We have 3 alchemy, 1 religion, 4 occult and 1 rituals. Okay, so let's go down here. We arrived at a tile that has an activity, and we can choose and do this activity if we like. And in order to complete the side quest we have here, we have to do this activity. So now notice that there are minor spoilers in this video, but there are things that you will discover in the first 10 or 20 minutes into the game, so nothing really too spoilery. We arrived at the cabin, we gained 20 XP and Jeline gained 20 XP too. And my character has activated the romance options, and we have chosen that we want to romance other female characters. So we can romance female characters who also have chosen that they like to romance female characters, or both. In this case, it's optional to choose this option here and start some light flirtation with Jeline, or RP our character in any way we like. I will just choose this in this case. So we arrive at the cabin, but something is terribly wrong here. Our perception failed, but Jeline knows that something is wrong here. So here we can roleplay how we will address this situation, if we will be empathetic or not. Let's say that we are sorry. So now Jeline is worried that turning into wolf might be the reason that her mother died, that she might have done this herself. So now we can try to convince her that she hasn't, and knowing our strengths, rituals is the most likely to succeed out of the other options, but unfortunately it fails, which also reduces our influence with Jeline. Okay, so now we can continue to be more empathetic and ask her what she will do and so on, or just go and continue on our main quest. I will stick around for now. This option means that we will be forever break the romance with this character. It will appear only on characters you can romance, and if you see these options, it will give them the not interested tag anymore, so it won't be able to romance them anymore. In this case, we can stay or we can leave. Let's say that we stay. And the tough matter of arranging her mother's last rites. Again, we can decide if we can help her or not, and all this will affect the influence we have with her, and having positive influence or negative influence can lead to different outcomes, so nothing is inherently correct or wrong in any way. So let's help her. So there is an unexpected rustling outside as Jeline prepares the tea after the ceremony. And what we have is a group of hostile bandits. Now Jeline did join our party, but at this point her inventory is locked, and now I'm trying to drag items or give me items, but I can't. Because we don't have full control of this companion yet, and we can see that she has survival and primal, and that our relationship is 18 at the moment. Okay, so let's prepare to fight. Okay, so we have this guy here. He uses a spear. This one has a sword. This one has the liquid courage, which will apply strengthen, increasing his damage by 4 and restore 2 hit points, and also a sword, and we all have the tactical retreat ability. So it's Jeline's turn. She has a short bow, take aim, close quarters, and poison arrow. Her range is 3 hex tiles, so going here we can't we can reach 3 hex tiles, we can't reach him. I will just leave her here. So he used his tactical retreat. Of course he can't move because he doesn't have action points after playing the tactical retreat, so he's here and he's afraid and is regenerating. So let's move closer with Jeline and finish him off with our short bow. Close quarters, let's use our poison arrow and our wand. Take aim increases the damage and also increases the critical hit chance. Close quarter costs 0 and we can use it along with whatever else we'll use. So let's go with I'll just kill you. Okay, so we are in post-combat exploration. Let's go and look. We found 6 gold. We found a liquid carriage and a short sword. And some gold. So by pressing I, we go to our inventory, and here we can see that we have a short sword, deals 4 damage, requires bladed weapons, and precision strike, which requires might as well. Okay. Continuing back in the cabin. So we'll continue to being supportive. And now it's time to leave. And since we've been nice with Jeline, she's considering to join our party. And this is where she becomes a proper companion, and we can actually exchange items, like give her a weapon, or she can give us something back, and so on. For now, I will keep my loadout as it is. Okay, so this is Lanford's main gate. Let's go there. We got the broken carriage at this tile. We can do some checks to see what happened here. So we found a quest item, Order of Light Missive. This is a missive from a higher authority within the ranks of the Order of Light in Roving. It commands the captain of Lanford's guard to provide unwavering assistance to the Inquisitor bearing this letter. Okay, we can follow the bloody trail. Investigate. Okay, so read the journal. We also got his journal in our inventory. Let's examine the shattered amulet. Try to reforge it. Unfortunately, we fail. Let's inspect the carved box. Search for tracks. Failed. So we can't see where the assailants came. This is where this event ends for us. And we also got the Sarah Bromwell's journal. Okay. So let's use one to walk. Now we are entering Lanford, and we know what's going on in the zone, or we have revealed the fog of war. Let's continue our story by passing through the gate. And this entry would be different if Jeline wasn't in our party, of course. So she asks to find a room at Golden Sparrow Inn. Let's tease here a bit. And she temporarily leaves the party to go to the Temple of Triedelon. She will rejoin us at a later time. And we are seeking directions to the Golden Sparrow Inn, which will be a very important part of our Lanford exploration. And here we meet the innkeeper, and we can now ask if she have seen our two friends, if you remember from the flashback in the previous video, Claire and Janus. And let's describe them to her. Maybe she knows. I will start with Claire, which will give me some influence with Claire. Now, if the influence is gained and you see this little figure here with the check mark, it means that Claire is not romanceable by our character. She's not interested in other females. But if you see this heart, it means that they are. So we learned that Janus got into a scuffle and he got arrested. We also learned the location of Lanford's Barracks at 3250, where he is most likely being held. So now we can just rent a room. After all, Janus will still be in jail tomorrow. Or go right away to find out what's going on in the city guard. Let's go and find out more. So the guard barracks is here, and let's go there. Now, passing through the residential district, we may come across various random NPCs, so we can talk to them, interact with them, and gain influence, maybe romance them if they are compatible, be awful to them and make them our enemies, and so on. So let's try that out with Quinlan Wakefield. Quinlan Wakefield is a random NPC. All his characteristics were procedurally generated, and currently he's a stranger, so we are accessing random events from the strangers hub. And we can interact with him. So let's try to be awful to him and insult him, which gives us a negative influence. And now if we talk to him again, you'll notice that right now it's midday speak, which is the hours this NPC hangs out into this tile. And when the midday speak is gone, this NPC will also go for the duration of the day, which gives us about 2 times to interact, 1 to 2 times to interact with the NPCs we see here before we need to pass a new day. Okay, so now we have been awful to him. He gained the rival tag, and we are in the rival hub. And we can keep offending him and being awful to him and make him into eventually a hostile character, or we can try to repair our relationship, whatever that is. So let's keep offending him because we can. And now we are in the golden hour, and as you can see, the NPCs here changed. We also have a city guard which we can ask for information. For example, we don't know where the market is, perhaps he can tell us. And it's at 29:51, also highlighted right here, and also marked in our journal now, in case we forgot at a later time. Okay, so let's talk to her. We can ask for information or continue. Ask for information or continue. Let's now be nice to move to the acquaintance hub. So now Irina Fitzgerald is an acquaintance, and if we go and talk to her again, she has gained the acquaintance tag, and we are in the acquaintance hub, where things might get more trickier. Not in this particular occasion, but let's say I want to find Irina and talk to her again. I will just skip through time. For now there isn't a delay function, so we can't do that. Anyway, we'll get back at some point and we might meet here. The barracks are closed because we were so late. So let's head back. Let's go back to the inn. Let's rent for a room for the night. So we can't sleep much. We can roleplay how we will deal with it. We can't romance Olivia either, unfortunately. So here we are in the next morning. Let's go to the barracks, talk to the guard captain. Now the secret requirement to success here is the missive that we found. So having this missive gives us different options. For example, we can pretend that we are an inquisitor came from Roving for official business, but let's say that we never found this missive, so we'll be going this way, and all these options are not available to us because we failed in their check, but we can still try to wiggle our way here. At least he's reasonable. And this is where he basically tells us to help them with a problem, and they will consider Janus' situation. And we got quid pro quo. Okay, now we need to speak to Janus at Lanford's guard barracks. He's right here. So let's speak to him and tell him the good news that he's released to our custody. We also can't romance Janus because we have declared a preference for other females in our journal. You can do that once in the beginning of the game, or disable romances completely. They are totally optional. So Janus obviously needs some rest. Let's go to the Golden Sparrow Inn and let him rest. Meanwhile, on our way there, let's see if our former friend is somewhere here. Irina Fitzgerald. So while in the acquaintance hub, the situations that you have to deal to impress this NPC become even more complex, and in this case we need connections, authority, diplomacy, or perception. Or we can try one of these options which they may or may not like. But failing in our checks here, it's something they won't take kindly, that's for sure. Ignoring them also will give us a negative penalty. We got negative influence because we saw here and we ignored here. And each time you talk to them, you will notice that there are different events, and the more influence you get, you go from acquaintance to friend. If you can romance them, you might go to lover and so on. And similarly, from rival, you can go to hostile, and each of these hubs will offer you different interactions with the random NPCs that populate the city. Okay, so let's visit the Golden Sparrow Inn. and go to the inn tap room. We can also go directly to our bedroom to rest, but we need to visit the inn in order for the quest to advance. And we can chat with Olivia, we can relax by the fireplace, order a meal and drink. Let's have this cheese platter, for example. Which can gives us influence with Olivia, and she may be helpful to our quest. So this is a timed choice, which may have some different effects if you pick the correct choice or not. And probably by the time you get the game into your hand, there will be much more choices here. So the masked assassin vanishes, and we are left with the question, who is she? Yes, that's a bit of a dead ringer, but we'll be fixing that. And we also get a mysterious note and a meeting in the deranged hermit at dusk. So we can ask for directions about where this deranged hermit is. Let's ask this old beggar here. It's at 3153, which is right here. And if at any point you are lost with what have transpired, you can go. And in order to continue this Blade in the Dark quest, you need to visit the Golden Sparrow Inn and discuss strategy with your companions. Here we need to talk to the merchants in the market district during the daytime to advance the quid pro quo. Here we don't know what to do yet. We need to ask in Lanford about Erannorth and solve the thefts. And however you will take your exploration after this point, it's up to you. There is also a notice board. You can see various things here. The marketplace, where you can find the merchants, and you can also talk to these merchants about the thefts, which is part of our investigation. And he for one doesn't believe that the Thieves Guild is involved. Okay, we can also barter with Garrett if we want, and sell some stuff. For example, we can sell one of these, an equal trade. You can see what other weapons he has available, and each weapon has its own abilities and requirements. Maybe we can buy something for Janus. He has a heavy war axe and furious charge and cleave, intimidate, and the tactical retreat, and it's raining outside. Okay, so from now your exploration here is your own. You can also go and explore outside the city, but note that you might end up finding hostile forces here, and as long as you are outside and not inside the safety of the town, they will chase after you and ambush you. Okay, let's play this battle and try Furious Charge, which is split into two separate phases. First, move to a hex tile within range using 2 action points. Then, if you choose to follow up, deal 9 damage to an enemy on an adjacent tile using the remaining action points. We also apply vulnerable. So we can move here and attack this guy. Let's also stun this one. So this one is afraid and regenerating, this one is stunned, and these guys are blocked. Let's use cleave here. The Janus is pretty much of a heavy hitter. Let's use our Barracks. We can't search during only in post-combat exploration. We can search the bodies and see if they have anything useful. And leave the combat. And there are still roving bands here, so let's try to avoid them. They will try to come to us, but once we are in the town we are safe from anything outside because the city guards are protecting us. Okay, and that's all for today, folks. I hope you got a better idea on how things can move once you enter a town, once you start pursuing various quests, how exploration works, about the random NPCs, and well, that's for now. I will be seeing you next time. Bye bye.